Good morning, everybody. It is December the 13th. Christmas is almost here. I mean, I haven't even finished shopping for all of my family yet. Our intention was to go out yesterday and do regular sourcing and wrap up family gifts. And we both came down with a stomach virus all day yesterday. So we were housebound. So, so now I'm even a day behind on that. But this morning I got some RA in, and I'm going to head out after our show to the store to grab things. My husband's still a little under the weather, but I'm okay.
Well, that is good. We have been on the opposite, doing the cold and sore throat, try and dance here. I think I'm trying to avoid, and
yeah.
My
Why isn't it this time of year is like when it's always cold season, flu season, and for us resellers, it gets in the way because we have stuff to do.
It's right after Thanksgiving. Everybody travels and talks to each other on Thanksgiving, shares all the germs, and then we go home and we all take a round of it. My son might be coming home tomorrow, but yeah, he's home or, in his apartment, not feeling good, sick. And then, I don't know. My daughter and I are trying to not get it. So
there you go. Well, I want to give a shout out to Nate. Good morning. You were the first one in the chat. You're the winner. And Armand, good morning. Heather and Nana's flippin'. Casey, good morning, everybody. I'm glad to see you are all up and at 'em this morning and ready to hang out with us.
Are we ready? Are we ready, really? Oh, my goodness. All right. So I had a couple things because we haven't really talked in the last couple of days, but I have a couple of things to share today. And I didn't know if you wanted to start there or if you had what's been going on with you, or how do you want to roll today, man?
No, go ahead and start with what you got.
Roll. All right, I'll start with April because she was in my DMs this morning about transparency codes, and basically she had some items that got flagged as needing transparency codes and wanted to know what to do about it. Now I haven't. Unfortunately, hon, your screenshots, I got to zoom in and read, and there was quite a bit from Amazon. But the overall thing with transparency codes and what they are and how they work is, let's say I have a brand, let's say I'm Nike, and I have a brand Nike, and I'm brand registered, and I have my brand, and I have my UPC codes, and I notice there's a lot of people selling on them, and maybe there's fakes, or there's people that are not authorized to sell my stuff, and I want to be the only person on Amazon, or I want to regulate those distributors. Let's say I ship to both the grocery stores and I'm selling on Amazon, and I do not want people going to the store and buying it and doing retail arbitrage, right? I then can go to Amazon and buy transparency codes and enroll in that program and say only products with these transparency codes are authorized to be resold on Amazon. And there's no way to get around it. If you've already shipped in inventory, just go ahead, dispose of it, return it, send it back, whatever you can do. I don't know what they will do for you. Sometimes that inventory does not have the option to be sent back. I know if you send in something and then it gets deemed hazardous, you do not have the choice to ship it back. It's like dispose or nothing, because they're not going to do the DOT regulations.
And I know some people are going to have a question, and that is, if I bought that item, say, at the Nike shoe store, is that transparency code already on the box? Or is that transparency code only on the box from manufacturer specifically to ship into Amazon?
It could be either. You can get some things out there have transparency codes. I would, unless if you are doing transparency codes for your own brand, stay away from them. Just don't get into that, because it is a definite tie from the brand to Amazon, and you don't want to poke that one. That's not one that's worth trying to figure out around. Now, she wants to know if they will shut you down. I'll read through your thing, but as far as I know, it's more of a slap on the wrist. And I think if you dispose and then delete your inventory, it will fall off your dashboard, but it's been a hot minute since I've done one of those personally. Do you remember if it will fall off or not?
I've not ever gotten in trouble for a transparency code issue.
What?
I've gotten in trouble for a lot of things, but not that. And for those of you who don't know what a transparency code really is or looks like, I do want to share what a transparency code would look like on a product in the store.
Yeah.
And so it looks like these little QR codes. So see on this packaging, they have their barcode, and then right above it is this transparency code. So if you are out and about in the store, you will see that if your item does have transparency code on it or not.
I'm reading through all your screenshots, April, and I don't see that they will. I don't see any real threat of deactivation necessarily. I'm not saying they aren't upset with things. Yeah, okay. It looks like I would definitely delete and kind of move on.
And
April I'll read more and see if I see any more
insight. Yeah, and April does say, how was I able to print a label and send it in? Well, like anything that we can print off labels and send it, and we've all had this happen where I've printed off a label, I was able to send it in, and then the very next day I've gotten a warning notice saying you're not allowed to sell on this listing because it's, misbranded or whatever the reasons are. So just because we're allowed to send it in doesn't mean we're always allowed to sell it. It's just one of Amazon's many glitches.
Either a glitch or they just enrolled in the program, which could be it as well. So let's take a different example that may be more applicable to the masses here. Let's say I get a new toy that I'm going to list on Amazon, and it's some toy that has a battery. But in the listing, I don't say it needs a battery. And then I send in inventory, and it gets flagged as having a battery that needs some sort of approval or process. It's kind of the same thing. You've already sent in the inventory, and now it's getting flagged for needing a battery. And this could be a multiple things. I see perfumes, a lot of things that get, listed as, we'll say like body sprays, they get listed as like a beauty item, and then they get recategorized into the mist fragrance department that needs to have dangerous goods DOT regulations, and now you can't recall that item because it's now a body mist and it's not flagged and labeled properly. And you can't do anything. Amazon's not going to go and restructure your product, and you're going to have to just let it go, and they will eventually destroy it or do whatever they want with it. But you've got to kind of purge your inventory of those items and move on. There's no fix for this. And you can DM me whenever you want. Don't even feel bad about that. I have no problem. I regulate my phone, and I think everybody here should. You know how we are with Amazon. You get dinged day and night. So I have do not disturbs and different levels. So I have like a personal level that means I'm hanging out, like I'm cooking dinner. I'm fine getting messages and calls. And then I have more of like a private time where I'm at work and I shut down a lot of notifications, and then I check it as needed when I'm working. And then at night, ain't nobody getting a hold of me. I'm sorry. No. So don't worry about that. I think you have to be in my favorites and call me twice. So Tina, I think you're in my favorites, and I think my mom and my direct family. So like it's a short list, and Tina's on my short list that you will be able to get a hold of me should the need arise. And that's of course, if somebody has a need that needs me. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. What else are we saying here? Okay. So I will delete the listing, and hopefully that's it. Out $150. You can try recalling. I would try recalling because you can put it on eBay for sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, there's no, you can't, and you, unless if you knew the owner of the brand that issued the transparency code, you're not going to get that code. There's no way. Nate says there's an extension that prints out the transparency code.
I found it last night, but can't remember.
You have to buy a transparency code. Each transparency code costs a few cents, and there's a different one for every thing. It's not like your GTIN that you put on every product. A transparency code is like, I have 8,000 bottles of shampoo going to Amazon, and I buy 8,000 transparency codes, and each bottle gets a different transparency code. So I mean, you can print out, and a transparency code is just a QR code. And that's the box code. It's a 2D barcode. If you go to gs1.org, they will tell you all the wonderful things in the 2D or 3D or whatever the heck it's called, the square barcode, and everything is moving towards that because you can embed more information in those QR codes.
Mm-hmm. And so, April, I don't know if you saw me post Casey's message up, but she was dinged for transparency code and was able to sell out. So if yours goes active, possibly you can do the same. If not, just recall it.
That is very cool. All right. So I had some learnings this week, Miss Tina, that I wanted to share. Some of it is very niche infos that I don't know if it's going to be applicable out there, but I like to share because maybe it will help. And sometimes these problems like help another problem or give insight. So the first one is on book ISBNs. I have 2 clients that are trying to publish a book. They're the author. So, the author is them. One's a child book. One's more of like a journal self-help book. But they wrote these things. They went to it's Bookwire or Bookshire, whatever, the most popular one out there that's in Booker, 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 and Bookwire. Anyhow, if you deal with ISBNs, you know what I'm talking about. The issue is that Amazon is not allowing them to list, saying that the ISBN is not good. However, you go to the person that sold them the barcode, and they're like, no, these are registered barcodes. So here's the inside glitch within Amazon. The publisher, meaning the author in these cases, is not a recognized author on Amazon. Therefore, when they punch in the ISBN code, they're not being recognized as a publisher thing because they're not in there. So you have to write to Amazon and ask to be approved as a publishing name, and whatever it's like a brand name. So if you're Tina R, you need to be Tina R. You can't be Tina RPQ or anything else. You have to match it up exactly. And then once you get approved as being an authorized publisher or authorized brand on Amazon, then your ISBN will work.
Interesting. So even though the ISBN is valid, we have to register our name with that ISBN. And is this for books that are self-published, or are these for even books that we could buy at christianbook.com?
No, they're self-published books, so they're not out there.
Okay.
Which is why they're not recognized, because Amazon's internal machine is going, who is this? We don't know. It's not coming up as a person. So that was an interesting.
And what's interesting is that with KDP, they will assign you like a free ISBN, and you're doing KDP, but you're uploading, a book file, and you're getting royalties. So my guess is this is for self-published people that are having printers print out their books and not doing the KDP route. Okay.
Yes, it's for printed books. So that was just kind of an interesting find out. And then I told you I learned how to do massive flat files over on Walmart. So that was interesting. So I did my first flat file, and then I had a one-on-one with a rep directly with Walmart for my client's case. And he was like, why don't you just join the call? Because all you do is you ask me the questions, and then I ask them the questions, and I don't really know what I'm talking about. So I joined the call, and it was the most informative 30 minutes, and it was really great. I hope that everything he told me is correct. That's the unfortunate part. I don't have a lot of, believability in some of these reps, but maybe if everything he's telling me is a go, then it was really good. And what was funny is I did a flat file with just 50 items, because it's over on Walmart now. And I came back with 263 errors in my file.
And now, is it a flat file for uploading just products? Like I have 50 items, I just want to mass upload the list.
No, I wanted to do a change on 50 products that were already there. So I had to go pull a report that pulled all the item details. And there was a lot of things like they have a California proposition field that came up in a warranty. And so I wanted to massively say no warranty, no California prop. They're all made of the same item. I wanted a mass small field to increase the listing. There's like a listing quality dashboard that you want to have your listings be very quality over there in order to get some other incentives for advertising. So anyhow, I was on the phone with them or Zoom, and I said, I have 263 issues and they're all the same. It says the SKU is not recognized. I said, how is the SKU not recognized? Because I pulled the SKU from your report. And he said that the file was too big and sometimes it glitches out over on Walmart.
So they recommend you to do how many per flat file?
He said the 50 should have worked. It just, if it gets busy, then you get that error.
Okay.
So now I'm learning errors over on Walmart. I'm like, oh my God. The whole book error took me about 2 hours of scrubbing until I found one forum in the depths of the internet to figure out that you needed to have that brand name thing. And so all these little bits of information always take me forever to figure out. But now I know that that type of error is indicative of the Walmart system not processing.
Not using. Yeah.
Not using. He's like, you just rerun the file.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, me and him, we kind of butted heads on a lot of things on something. He was trying to tell me that because we're taking merchant fulfilled items and then sending some into the WFS system. And he's like, okay, when you send them in, then you need to go and clear out your merchant inventory. I said, actually, my friends, Casey and Heather and everybody has said, don't do that, that your merchant fulfilled items just get suppressed and the Walmart fulfilled items will then be the live. And if you run out of the Walmart, then it just falls back onto the merchant fulfilled. And he's like, oh, okay, then do that. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm the newbie here. Why am I talking? But I guess that can be also a glitch. She said if it's working for this account, then leave it as it can be. But sometimes that messes things up too. I'm like,
so I have a client that I've been working with, and one of the things I was wondering that I spoke to you about this week is they sell a hemp product. They have their own brand, their own website off of Amazon. Now, I know CBD is not allowed on Amazon, but I see hemp products on Amazon.
Right.
And so you gave me a really great link to an article of like the hemp versus the CBD. And Amazon shot down all of their attempts at a hemp listing, even though the word CBD was not used anywhere in the listing. Amazon still suspected it was a CBD product. And in order to have it listed, there's this whole big appeal process you would have to go through to even get it listed. So I was always curious, because I do see hemp products on Amazon, if that would be allowable or not. And I know a lot of people would like to sell hemp products. I have a lot of people that reach out to me wanting to sell their hemp product or their CBD infused coffee pods or what have you. And I'm here to tell you, be prepared for a big battle if you want it to be hemp. And it has to be hemp that does not have CBD in it at all. And be prepared to have lots and lots of paperwork ready to prove your case. And most of us are not in the business of selling hemp things, but it is a common request and a common ask about hemp products.
Yeah. I've had quite a few with the hemp and with things like fake urine and things to get past drug tests. And sometimes I have to say, when you're trying to bypass things like a drug test that companies are using that get tied into whether they can offer you insurance and or if it's legal to operate and things like that, you're getting into an area now that I cannot help you. I cannot help you break the law. That's like asking, Tina, can you help me learn how to print fake money so that I can go to the store because inflation really sucks right now? Tina, just help me print some fake money. The answer is no.
This is great ink for counterfeit bills.
Yes. No.
Go sell that on Etsy. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't.
I'm just kidding. The thing is, it's so interesting. When you work with a lot of different people and different accounts, there's so many other ways to make money on Amazon besides what most of us are doing for Q4.
Yeah.
Most of us right now are out there, getting the Christmas related things and especially toys and anything that's like those giftable items. But there is a whole big other part of Amazon that can make you so much money that is not just regular retail arbitrage. And I think going into 2025, that could be a goal for a lot of us, especially with Amazon's ever changing platform, taking down bundles, making it harder to even just create standalone listings without permissions from brands, now getting gated. A lot of people have been hard gated on items they've always been allowed to sell. That, like for me, for instance, I'm now not allowed to sell Lego. And I've been selling Lego forever and ever and ever. Yeah, check and see if you're allowed to sell it or not. There's a lot of things I cannot sell anymore. And with that being said, it's really going to change my approach going into 2025. I'm definitely, at the end of the year, like we all do, I start really thinking about, okay, what pivots am I going to have next year? Because every year I pivot, as I know you all pivot as well. And I have had a KDP and a merch account on Amazon for a long time. I am definitely looking into doing a little bit more with print on demand things. I love it with the use of AI now, which didn't exist when I did my original KDP and merch designs. I'm really interested in revisiting that. I still make residual income from books and shirts that I uploaded in my account 8 years ago. Not lots of money, because I didn't do a lot with them and I haven't done anything with them in probably 5 years, but yet I still get checks every month from Amazon for that. So I think I would like to make a goal of doing at least one, say maybe KDP type of book a month. I feel like one a month is realistic. Sure, could you do more? Absolutely. But with my time constraints and all the things I do, one is realistic goal for me. And that would be 12 books a year. I think I could probably do one shirt a week, and that would be 4 a month, right? And that really adds up by the end of the year. Very easy to get those accounts. You get royalty money for uploading designs. If you're not familiar with it, we can do a show on KDP or merch by Amazon. Some of you are familiar with it. I know Nate is because he and his wife do KDP as well. And Nate says that Mattel has become a hard gate for him.
I just checked. I'm hard gated in Lego and Mattel.
Yeah.
Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. Hard gate. I'm hard gate, like VTech, which was a brand I sold a lot during Q4. Hard gate on it now. I can still sell LOL Surprise, which is funny because most people can't sell LOL. So I can still sell that. I will say I am making more money this Q4 on Walmart than Amazon at this time. There are toys that I'm selling that go for more money on Walmart than I can sell them on Amazon. And in fact, this morning I was looking at some toys, and there are some toys that were cheaper on Amazon than the retail store I could get them in, yet they're selling for more on Walmart. So I'm liking Walmart this Q4. I was off to a slow start because I was taking it real slow and steady, but I'm really liking Walmart right now.
I am gonna join that boat for sure, but I've been tied up with ordering, and I made listings over on Amazon to clear out some of the crud in the warehouse. But I did most under like generic because I don't have much of the item. Like I'm not sitting on thousands of them. I'm sitting on 20 to 40 of the.
So let's just get rid of it.
So let's get rid of it. But I have been very I don't know, gun shy about listing over there. I've been very particular about what I do. I had Kimmy, I had her on the show once or twice, but she has a group. She was talking to me yesterday or the day before about the Amazon influencer program, and it's where they pay you a commission for putting the videos on Amazon. And they did a live program. Let's see here. They also do a live program through Inspire. Inspire is one of those for influencers and that kind of thing. But let's see here. Watch Shopper's Voice live stream. I'm going to share it with everybody. I have not watched this yet because I forgot about it until this week. I didn't watch it yesterday. So what did she say? Oh, she sent it to me on Wednesday. So I got to watch that this weekend and see what that's all about. But oh yeah, Casey says I'm an influencer as well.
And Casey, are you doing the videos reviews like Lucy's mentioning? And how is that? How is it working for you? I would love to know.
It's interesting. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, there's also the Vine. I'm not sure how you become a recipient of Vine, but Vine basically gives you free stuff, I think it would be cool, and then maybe it might get old.
Yeah, because I wonder if you're allowed to be a Vine recipient and do reviews on Vine when you're an Amazon seller. It seems like that would be conflicting. I don't know. I don't know the rules.
Yes.
But I do have approved and have been approved for a long time for Amazon affiliate links. I don't make very much on that at all. I rarely use those links, and that has a lot to do with it. But that can be something that's really helpful to you as well, is using Amazon affiliate links. I can't remember what it's just called Amazon affiliate, but I signed up for it so long ago, I forgot where and how. But
Amazon it's Amazon Associate.
Like $100 a year with my Amazon. I mean, a very small amount. But how it could really help you is just even with your friends and family. It's like, hey, if you shop on Amazon, let me know. Because the way these affiliate links work, which is very cool, is if I give you guys an affiliate link to Amazon, to any listing at all, if you click on my affiliate link, let's say for hot sauce that I sent you, but on that shopping trip, you didn't get the hot sauce, but you did buy, a unicorn bedspread for your daughter or whatever, I still will earn a commission off of that because you went to Amazon using my affiliate link. So that's the cool thing, that the people don't have to buy even the thing that you sent the link for. And it's very small amounts, like 10 cents.
I was trying to tell her too, Casey. Amazon Associate is what's called.
Yeah.
It used to be called something with influencer in the name, and then they changed it to just Amazon Associate.
So Amazon Associate is when you can do the videos and watch the link that like you and I have.
Yes. Just like the NARF program used to be the North American Fulfillment, Remote Fulfillment Program. And because they added Brazil, they took the N off, and they don't call it the ARF program. Just call it the Remote Fulfillment Program now.
Yeah.
So I love it how there was no announcement of this name change. And then you try to talk to reps and you're talking about a program, and then they have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, what? Okay. Do you not know your program? All right. So I got a couple questions off of the YouTube channel, if you want to roll that way, or did you have other things?
No.
Did you have things you want to do? Somebody is saying that Squishmallows now requires 100 units to ungate. Are you hard gated in Squishmallows? I have not checked. I needed to.
I haven't checked because I feel like Squishmallows they're not as hot as they were. They're just not.
Okay. I can still sell Squishmallows. And they're ranked 400, 800, 176. So there's still some out there. I don't know if you can find them though. Barf.
Yeah, but Nate says it's now called the BARF program.
Much Brazil and the ARF. All right. Where can I get Victoria's Secrets to ungate? You can't, as far as I know. It's one of those like Trader Joe's. You get it or you don't get it.
I'm curious if you can get it from American Gin. So American Gin is a distributor of Victoria's Secret items. I used to buy from her. So her name is American Gin. She's an approved, I don't know if reseller's the word, liquidator from Victoria's Secret. She's been around a long time. I don't know if her invoice would work or not.
I can't find her in 3 seconds. I give up. I can't do it in 3 seconds.
Yeah, April says that she was an associate as well, but didn't get 3 sales, so she was fired, so to speak, because she doesn't have followers. So, Casey, how is it that you are able to get followers? That's something that could possibly help people that want to get into being an Amazon associate.
Yeah, that's interesting. I know that I joined the associate program so long ago that I think I'm grandfathered in to not, because I don't make much or have many people who use links. So it doesn't help if you don't plug them in anywhere either. So, yeah, I think it might be more applicable to the newer people onboarding. There's more restrictions going on there. All right, let's see here. Who provides return labels, Amazon or the seller? Is it free or does the seller pay for return shipping? New FBM here. Any input is appreciated. Oh, I don't provide return labels unless I messed it up and I want the product back. But I did have a mess up. I swapped labels the other day, and so somebody got candy and the other person got a toy. And they weren't expensive enough. I just said keep or eat, and I resent out the packages. But Amazon would love for you to put the return label and give the return label and pay for the return label, but a lot of times you do not need to, and they need to go through Amazon and pay for that. And a lot of times they don't want to. What's your take?
Yeah, I just always are you talking about the return label? I always do the return label just through Amazon.
Right, but do you give the seller the return label or?
No, because Amazon auto-populates it to them.
Yes, and that's what I think they're asking is if Amazon does not auto-populate it, that's when the buyer usually reaches out to Amazon and they're pissed. Oh, the seller should pay for this.
I think if it's a food product and stuff, they won't. I was actually looking up while you were talking a link to the Facebook group to that American Gen. So I just posted it in the chat. And then I also found where they are online. And they do offer Amazon brand ungating. So I will also post that link.
Okay, would you put it in our shared thing too, so that I can have it? Because I can't click on the.
Yeah, that's fine.
On the one thingy.
She has a Facebook group too, but right there, I'm just giving you the link to here. All right, so those links are in the chat. If anyone is interested in Victoria's Secret or buying it wholesale, those are the links. I have not bought from her in years. But years ago, I used to buy box lots from her quite often, bras and tops, and it's all brand new with tags.
All right. April says, I made videos and put them on my TikTok with no followers. Tina, you are not allowed to make videos on products you sell.
Well, I figured you wouldn't be able to on products that you sell. But if I am a seller, could I make videos on products that you sell, right? Or would that still be conflicting because I'm a seller on Amazon? That's why I wondered.
Yeah, that whole area gets me intrigued because, if you, because an influencer is a like job description now, which is crazy. I'm like, okay, whatever. But if April was like, oh, Lucy, Tina, would you do my product and showcase it on your show? And we did that for people. Is that conflicting? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I don't. When you're, because it's kind of like the whole IP address. I cannot go to your house and say, hey, Lucy, what's your Wi-Fi password? And then go logging into my Amazon account on my laptop from your house, right? Because Amazon will possibly deactivate both of us thinking that we are, two separate sellers under one roof. And so that's why, because of those rules, I wonder how it applies with the affiliate or influencer programs like this.
And she just said, you can't get a friend to buy, they will find out. Well, don't worry, April, for $1 payment, we're not your friends. It's weird rules that they like to come up with. And you're going, well, if I showed a receipt that she paid to have the influencing done, like, I don't know. I haven't had enough coffee to wrap my head around all that. I know that on the YouTube, we watch the deal guy that does the Costco deals and all of that. And I don't know, I watch videos for two reasons. One is content, like I'm interested in what the deals at Costco are. But the other is, how do they format their videos? how are they monetizing it? What are they doing? Because he does the deals at Costco and Dollar Tree and some of the other things. And is he in affiliation, or does he want to not be in affiliation so that he can claim that he's not influenced by some external, like, oh, I got $20 to promote this product, so I don't trust his opinion anymore. I want somebody that's not getting paid for that. And then how are they linking it up to get the affiliate links or the t-shirt sold, or what else do they have for different streams of income tied to that, and what's working for them?
Go ahead.
I've been on the fence with TikTok, and I do not like TikTok as a company, and that's one of the reasons why you will not really see me over there. But I was really pushed a couple of years ago when it came out. Make TikTok videos. Take your YouTube content, slice it up, put it over on TikTok, and then you can push products over there too. And if I don't like a platform, then I tend to not play over there. So I don't know. That's a personal preference.
Yeah, and Instagram is pretty big too for doing it, Facebook groups and even YouTube review videos. But what I love about affiliate marketing is, like, I've even had affiliate links for Seller Board or different tools for Amazon, for Keepa. And if I share an affiliate link with somebody and they get it because they want it, it costs them no more money to use my affiliate link. And then I would get a small kickback. And that's the cool thing, is it doesn't cost anyone any more to use somebody's affiliate link. And that's what I love about affiliate marketing is that right there. In fact, sometimes affiliate links give you a free trial, right? So like my Seller Board affiliate link would give somebody 2 months of a free trial, where maybe Seller Board, just their website to open it up, only gives you 1 month. So you actually sometimes get a little bit more with an affiliate link than if you stay on that platform. The person who referred you gets a small little cut of that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, just one moment. I had the next question here. What places Tina mentioned that she stores all her receipts? I'm going to type the answer. Where do you store your receipts again?
Oh, besides my file cabinet when I'm done, I use HubDoc, HUBDOC. And I use that because it comes free with my bookkeeping software. I believe it's not free if you just want HubDoc. So we talked about this, I think, last year around this time. And I hadn't used it, but you can use Google. You're the one that I believe found it, where you can upload your receipts into it's not Google Keep, but it's another thing within the Google family that would be free, that you can upload your receipts. And I would have to dig back to even, if I could even find that. I feel like I saved it somewhere.
I'm getting Google Opinion, Google Drive. Google Drive is probably where I would do it. But yeah, there's a couple different ways. Digital.
Yeah, but I believe there is a way to scan receipts with Google.
Yeah, it's called Google Opinion.
Google Opinion Rewards app.
Yeah. That's it.
And I think, I don't know, I think it's only on, is it only on Android? I'm not sure, but I did just find the link for the Google Opinion Rewards. Of course, I'm on my computer, but I will post that below. This is the Google Play Store, and that is for uploading your receipts into Google. And there may be other ones out there. If things like HubDoc are too expensive, and I'm not sure how much HubDoc is on its own. I think Nate just said in the chat that they are using it and like it. It looks like it's $12 a month for HubDoc to upload, and it's so easy. What I love about HubDoc is, let's say I know that I bought something at Walmart to resell on Amazon, and I'm getting hit with an IP or something where I need to prove that I bought it. But Walmart might be the store that I source at more than all other stores, and I just have a cajillion Walmart receipts. Well, when you're in HubDoc, if I am not sure the time period I bought it from, or I even am kind of sure about the time period I bought it from, I can go into HubDoc and just type in the word Walmart, and it will automatically pull up all my Walmart receipts by date. And then you can kind of filter through them if you think you know that time period. Sometimes, like certain invoices will even have the spelling out on it, like Barbie surf doll or something, and I type that into HubDoc. If it's actually spelled out on the invoice, HubDoc will pull up an invoice that has that written out in it. So that's what I do like about HubDoc, is that searchability feature, and it's just pulling it from the images that you've uploaded.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, we're going to blow through a couple more questions here. Do most wholesalers require an LLC? No, not an LLC per se, but they require a reseller permit or certificate, and those usually require you to be registered in some form. So the short answer is no, but the long answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, it's kind of like, can you buy a car without a driver's license? I think you can, but that you really do need, just get the LLC. Just get an LLC. It's really easy. I have watched many.
Huh? I said at least get the tax reseller ID, if anything at all.
Yeah. I have watched many videos and people say Amazon finds out what?
I think she's back on the topic of influencers from earlier is what I think.
Right. And that's, I don't know, that's what we were talking about is does it matter if, for different programs, there's different rules. So I got in trouble one time, in band camp. No, I got deactivated from my Amazon associate link. I believe it was that because I used a URL shortener. And what a URL shortener does is it takes the traffic and it kind of directs it. So instead of going directly to Amazon, it went to Google and then to Amazon. And I got banned and shut down, like a hard shutdown from that, because I used a shortener and it directed the traffic. And me, I had like no idea. I'm like, it's still the same link. I just wanted it shorter so it looked nicer on the social media and everything. So there, whatever program you're in, you got to read all of those little nuances, the fine print, or watch a good video on the fine print. A lot of times you can find 90% of the fine print explained out in videos. That's what we tend to do here. But understand how that works, because if you go in flying blind like I was, and I was like, oh, I'll just use this URL shortener and not understand how traffic flows, then that's what happens. I wound up with my associate account being banned for a long time. It was a long time. And I was like, that's the stupidest reason. And I tried, like, I'm so sorry. I was stupid. I didn't know this excuse to the appeal, and I was getting nowhere. And finally, after like 6 months to a year, I finally shot him one last email. I'm like, could you please give me another chance? Because I didn't mean to. And now I understand, etc. And they let me back in. I watched many videos and people say Amazon finds out. Finds out what though, April? Finds out what? Sometimes it is okay to be an influencer of a product, and sometimes it is not. That's where the question is how these things work. So there's all sorts of different platforms we were talking about, and with Amazon, there's a lot of different things that they don't find out. They don't, because there's a ton of people that do Amazon influencing for Amazon stuff.
And speaking of that, I'm going to share my screen of my weekly Amazon gripe.
Just one.
Why not? So this is this, sriracha hot sauce, and this is not the brand, right? There's a bunch of this hot sauce on Amazon, and the one that's actually the brand itself, it's a horrible listing. But what I really want to show you is this one right here, which is also not the brand, right? But scrolling down, and here's 1-pack, 2-pack, all the different variations. Look who's selling on it. Amazon. Amazon is violating Amazon's own policy. Somebody else created this listing, not Amazon and not the brand. Yet Amazon is selling on a misbranded listing. So Amazon, you are deactivated.
Good luck with that. Yes.
Yeah, I love to point out Amazon violating their own policy examples every week. I mean, I could do a whole show on it, but I think just to highlight one a week gives me joy.
There are, if you go out into the internet and type in programs that you pay to have review and rank your product, there are tons of them out there that say that for whatever X dollars, we will take your product, we will rank it up, we will guarantee that you'll get 50 reviews by the end of the month, and this, that, and the other. And they have a network built. And I haven't dove too deep into them, but I understand kind of the general concept after a few pokings around. They have people stationed all over the world that will, and mostly in the United States, that will review your product, and they get paid for these reviews. So it is a whole company structure. It's, they have people out there recruiting people that want to have a stay-at-home job, that want to be an influencer, that want to just receive free product, or just receive free product. That way they can't be influenced by the money they're getting for the product.
Right. The product is free in exchange for review. It's like you're doing your own buying program. In fact, in Amazon, when you do, you can do coupons, and you can do coupons that have a certain code. So you can know where that code came from. So maybe you want to market your own item on Facebook Marketplace, or just Facebook Marketplace, or just on Facebook. You want to create a video ad for your product. If you want to do it on TikTok, Instagram, and you can create these different coupon codes. So that way, when you see that people came to your listing and use the coupon link that you provided through Amazon, you can see what platform it came from by the way that you code your coupons.
Yep. Hold on. I will. Crud thing up here. One of the first things, we've got something with Panda. Support Panda Boom. In 26 days or less, you can get reviews, ranking, dedicated growth manager, increased sales, organic practices, trusted, blah, blah, blah. And they literally will get you a funnel of reviews and boosting. So, within 2 seconds, you've got somebody there. You got a YouTube channel. They're the guru of the next thing. So you see these all the time. And I get marketed 3 times a week. Hey, we saw you sell on Amazon. We can help you with your SEO. We can help you get reviews. Yeah, sure you can. And yes, every once in a while they will get caught getting linked to different things, and everything around them will get shut down. But Amazon, I'll tell you right now, doesn't care. They don't care. They really don't. If they cared about that, there wouldn't be so many of them out there. They really do not care. They are like, they only slap sellers when they're getting pushed by money somewhere else. I mean, that's the only reason we got shut down, is because there was something going on in Congress with the lobbyists and the Amazon and the brands. There was a few brands threatening to take them to court, and I don't understand all of it because I don't keep up with all of the stuff going on in Congress, but that is why Amazon did a big sweeping lockdown on brands, to show the brands that they were doing something. And you can see how well that's turned out. They haven't really done much of anything since then. All right, we're going to stop ranting about that and go on. Let's see here. What's the way to change from Amazon barcode to manufacturer barcode? Click the edit button and change it to, what do you call it? Make a similar listing, copy the listing. No, it's not copy. Hold on, I got to look at it because I can't remember.
Yeah, you click on the 3 lines, and it is something like copy. I think it is copy this listing. But
add another condition. It's
Add
called
another condition. Yeah.
You can do that. You can also change the current one that you have, change it to merchant fulfilled, let it sync, and then change it back to Amazon. And when you change it back to Amazon, you can choose to go manufacture a barcode. Citizen's arrest. I like it. I'm in. Are you going to be my muscle, Nate? NAICS codes are a mess. Yes. Spoiler alert, they seem to change all the time. So just find something that's close. Nobody's looking, nobody cares. You're not going to fill out any of these paperworks that you actually need an NAIS code for. And if you're off by a slightly different thing, it's not like a huge detail issue. It's whatever. Let's see here. I failed to pass the review and classified as dangerous goods program fulfillable. My product was concentrated oil perfume with alcohol free. How should I do? Dispute classification or re-upload exempt sheet? Okay, I'm gonna read this again because I'm thinking the broken English is an issue here. I'm failed to pass these review and classified as dangerous good program fulfillable. My product was concentrated oil perfume with alcohol. How should I do? Dispute classification or re-upload exempt sheet?
I would probably re-upload the exempt sheet because it's probably still classified correctly as a perfume. But if it's non-alcohol based, then I think they need to possibly upload their ingredient list and do that exempt sheet saying that, to get it to get Amazon to review it again, to make it hazmat exempt because it in fact is not flammable.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. All right. Amazon says I misused other brands' IP rights. I didn't.
Well, maybe you did. Yeah, maybe you did and just didn't realize it.
I never received any notification is my performance dashboard. Amazon removed my brand rights and I can no longer edit my listings. I have contacted seller support and was told my brand could not be used. They directed me to Amazon brand support, but there's no contact me option. There is. Amazon brand registry has their own support and their own help button. You got to find it. It's hard to find. I never misused another brand's IP. I never received a violation warning. Yes, you did. You got to find out what you did.
Yeah, though. Maybe you did and you just didn't realize it, because I know I've accidentally done that before in listings, when I was newer, because I thought I wasn't. And then when I realized oh, okay, you can't do that. So you possibly did. I mean, I don't want to point the finger and say, yes, you did, because I haven't seen it.
I will. You did.
But there very well could be something in there that you're overlooking that you just didn't realize is infringing on another person's IP within your listing.
You certainly did. I'm not going to be Tina. I'm going to say you did. I am 99.9% sure you did. And you've got to figure out what that is. I violated by using the word sunset one day. Sunset.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, I was so distraught over that because I'm like, what the hell? You can't
owns the word sunset. Yeah.
What? You can't trademark sunset.
Etsy has big problems with that. Etsy sellers, people will file to own a word like mama bear. And you know how mama bear was really big a couple years ago during winter on shirts, on slippers. I mean, you could buy mama bear slippers at Walmart, TJ Maxx, everywhere. But on Etsy, somebody trademarked the name mama bear. And so people do these trademarks. So then they could go after every other Etsy seller using mama bear on anything that they were making and shutting down their listings. And so you can trademark any name that you want. And Etsy's really bad about enforcing those.
But what? Okay, so I understood the sunset one because the lady had a lot of perfumes with the word sunset in it. So I get that. But other people that just go after, it's kind of like buying domain names.
Mm-hmm.
When the domain names came out, everybody was buying anything that was remotely important, celebrity names and brand names and all of that crud, so that they could eventually hold on. And when the brand was ready, they'd make an offer and they'd come and they'd like, Tina, I see you have the brand Nike.com. I want to buy it from you for $2 million. And you'd be like, yes. that was worth my $10 domain name. But I don't get the filing trademarks over these common,
because for Etsy, that those people, they're just
where's the money?
They're just bad at, because then they get to be the only person on Etsy selling anything with Mama Bear. And so all these other creators that are creating cute Mama Bear t-shirts, now their listings are all getting shut down. So like on Etsy is where I see that being the biggest problem. There's even a Facebook group dedicated to frivolous IP deals on Etsy. If you're interested in that Facebook group, I'll find it and give it to you, because it is very interesting. And the people fight back. I mean, the people are fighting back on Etsy. It's been going on for a few years. So like I said, I see that more on Etsy than anywhere else. But yes, you can trademark any word, phrase, name that you want to.
I don't know. I got better things to do with my time. So
yeah, like Cocoa Bomb. Remember a few years back when we were trying to make listings for Cocoa Bomb, and I forget who made it, but let's pretend it was Brock's, because I can't remember. So Brock's had the chocolate Cocoa Bomb with the marshmallows inside. So the first year those came out, it was all the rage. And so somebody had brand registered Cocoa Bomb on Amazon. So I was hit with, and I tried to make a listing for Cocoa Bomb. It said it on the outside of the packaging. It even said Cocoa Bomb on the packaging. Amazon shut down my listing because of the IP of using the word Cocoa Bomb. Even though I clearly showed to Amazon, this is a brand name, this is on the packaging, I couldn't use it. So what everybody was doing at that time that were making these Cocoa Bomb listings is we had to use Cocoa Ball, Ball, because we couldn't use bomb in the listing because it was an IP claim. And that reminded me very much of like what goes on Etsy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so sometimes you're violating an IP thing unknowingly like that. And that's why I say, again, going back to that original question, I haven't seen your listing to know, are you blatantly really doing an IP, or is it something very minor like that you think that you're not when you are?
And that's why I say 100%. Every time somebody's come to me and they're like, I didn't do this, I can point it out where you did. I have not had a case yet where I've not been able to point out what the issue is. And once you know the issue, then that's good. Then you can
fix it. But sometimes it is stupid, and sometimes it is just stupid.
CBD. I put CBD into a listing.
No.
Cannot do that. I have somebody here that says that they basically can't find their listing searching by the ASIN or the description of the title. Your browse tree is gone. And I get this, I swear, every month somebody is like, what do I do? Okay, it's the same problem. Your browse nodes are messed up. You fix your browse nodes.
Amazon the same answer catalog and reclassifies us all the time, even though we didn't ask them to.
And then you have to get them to fix it. So I had one, God, it was silly. I had one item that was like a coloring book with a bird cage, and it got recategorized into pest control. I'm like, it's a picture of a bird cage, you idiots. But I know that it's AI running the joint, so it's it is what it is. And you got to understand that it's a robot. You're fighting a robot, and then you got to get a hold of somebody that's not stupid. So good luck with that. Okay. Somebody changed their listing from FBM to FBA, change it back, and then it says that they can't use the barcode because you already got a barcode preference. If you get really, really stuck, then sometimes you have to delete the listing, wait 24 hours, and relist the whole thing. And it's called, I can't remember what that's called, but it's like a hard reset. Unfortunately, that's what you're going to have to do. So I get that all the time with people that they've already sent in 5 billion widgets from Alibaba to Amazon. They've put the wrong barcode on, and now they're fretting about it. Yeah, sometimes you have to, at the worst case scenario, if your listing gets into a bad tweak and you can't get it to update, whether that's the browse nodes or the barcode gets stuck into whatever format that you don't want, sometimes you have to delete and then relist. So make sure you pull all the information before you do that. You will lose bullet points and description when you go back to relist. But pull as much as you can, delete your listing, wait 24 hours, and relist. And a lot of times that will clear up the errors. And I'm telling you right now that if you go to Amazon and you tell them you've tried whatever things, that is going to be their answer to, is to delete and then relist.
Always. And then people are scared to delete it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hi, I tried to close my seller account, but I need to dispose all the products in my account. And I did that, but I need to wait 90 days. And once I did all that, waiting for 90 days, they start charging me $100 every day up to today. It's already $500 to $600 they charge my account. And I chat and call them, and they're telling me the same thing. That's how it is. What's your question? I don't understand people. They write things to me, and I don't have enough coffee in me to figure you out, dude. Sorry. And that makes me, they've got some like AI picture, and then their English is so horrible there. I'm thinking maybe that's not the right picture. There's a lot of fake stuff out there. My daughter's now getting it, the little, what do you call it, text messages. Hey, we couldn't deliver your Amazon package or your UPS package. Click on this link. Don't click on the link. Yeah. Don't click on the link.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of spam texts this week. I ended up somehow on some list because I have been getting, maybe 15 spam texts a day and about 10 spam calls a day. So I somehow ended up on a list.
Yep.
And then I keep swiping, delete, report junk, junk, but it's not helping.
I love spam. The spam. There's like two big spam YouTubers that go after the spam banks overseas. Yeah, I love those guys. But I was asking my husband if there's a way to get scrubbed off the internet, and there is a way for some things, but not necessarily your email and your phone number. You just have to keep pounding at it. Somebody needs to build that. My son's almost graduated college. I got to tell him to make a program that will do that. Go out to the dark list. I had my stuff stolen again this week from the Northwest Allergy. I went and had my allergies tested. You know how I was thinking I was allergic to pineapple, and they lost my information. So I got a data breach thing from them. I tell you, it's the most secure places lose my info. It's not just people clicking on links. Okay. I followed all the steps and I still have an error under the remote fulfillment enrollment that says there was a failure in enabling offers in destination marketplace with the international listing pricing rule. Yeah, go fix your pricing rule. You go 3 little lines, go to catalog, go to inventory, sell globally at the top, go to build international listings, and fix your connections. On the right-hand side, there will be a little gray blurb, and at the bottom, it says edit connection, edit your connection. That's how you fix that one. All right, we had more here, but we are already at time. Did you have anything else?
I got nothing, but I definitely want to dive into the royalty content, the KDP and the shirts. And so I'm thinking next week, I would really like to dive in on the possibility of what that could look like for 2025. Definitely comment below if you are also interested in making content one and done, but getting royalties on it for as long as it sells.
Yeah, we were kind of shooting some ideas off for you and I, and we had talked about all of that stuff that you just mentioned, and then possibly private label stuff, and that was kind of going to be our focus. So we've got to collab a little bit on all of that and see how we want to roll for 2025 with all these changes. We've had a huge shift this year. Amazon, Walmart, presidency, the climate change, the new tariffs, inflation. There's a lot to kind of take into effect here, and I think a lot of people would be interested in that too.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are interested, because that's definitely what I am interested in. Just slowly mixing it into what your existing arsenal is. that's what I've done the last couple of years, is just slowly implement things, not dive all in, but just little bits. And that's how I really slowly built up such a great big private label business this last year, and can continue to expand on that. I started off with one product, and then I tried another one from the same vendor, and I just did it very slow and steady, and it really paid off and did well. And so I think going into this year, keep doing what we're already doing. I know all of us, it's time, because we already spend X amount of hours a week. That's why I try to set those very small goals, like just one book a month, one t-shirt a week. It's not a lot, but at the end of the year, it really adds up. In the beginning, it's going to be a slow go because there's a learning curve, but then you can get really good at it. And then you may find yourself being able to keep up with your normal business and doing one book a week and 4 shirts a week, right? And exceed your goal by the end of the year. But I think planning goals and making them realistic and small, then they're achievable. You feel like you've accomplished something. And then at the end of the year, you'll see, did it pay off?
Yeah, absolutely. Casey wants to dive into how to research supply and demand on KDP. Yeah, let's do that.
There are tools for that. I used to have them, because back when I was trying to do it, I may still have some of those tools. I can't remember if some of them were like pay once and have it for a lifetime or not, but there definitely are tools for that for sure. So I'll have to look into what those all were.
For sure. All right. Well, we will do more questions next week or put together.
It's week of Christmas next week. It's yeah. So
okay. I don't know if we'll be back this year then, because I know that I gotta see what the days all fall on to what and when my company is coming.
Bookbolt, yes. Thank you, Nate. Bookbolt, yes. That is the extension I had. And I can't remember if I still have it. Was it free for life or what? But Bookbolt was very, very good. Thank you, Nate, for that. You saved me the hassle of finding that.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I just went to their website. I'll have to check them out. Perfect. All right. Well, that was fun. And yeah, we got the holidays coming up. So I think if we are back the next 2 Fridays, I'd be surprised with all of the holiday stuff going on.
Yeah, so you'll either see us or not till January. But with that, guys, enjoy your holidays, enjoy your shopping, and I hope you guys are doing great financially for Q4.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye.